Good morning. How are you? I see I got one viewer online, and hopefully you can hear me. I am going to pull up a page and just make sure that I'm broadcasting. Bear with me for a sec. And if you can hear me, I was just asking who was online with me. There's only two of us on today, me and whoever else it is. So down below, just type your name in and let me know who you are. I didn't publicize this that much, so that's why there's not a lot of people on it. And as I say, just bear with me for a second here because I am just getting a couple of things set up before we get going. Probably really exciting watching me scroll on my computer screen here for you, but just bear with me for a sec here. And let's just see if I am live. Excellent. Looks like I'm actually live today. So there we go. So I am going to get started here. So hey, I've got one viewer here. I got one person with me. Who are you? Put your name down below. There's a box down below if you want to type in there and just say hi. Or you can text me. You can text 403-630-1243 and just let me know who you are. Because I like to make it personal, because if it's only one person here today, it would be great to make it just really personal. So I'm going to flip to a presentation screen here. And let's make sure that this works. There we go. So hopefully you're viewing my screen now. And there we go. So I'll tell you what, until I find out who you are, I can't say your name. I can't call you by name or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of plow through this presentation. Got a bit of a cold, so I may cough a bit, may choke a bit, but that's, hopefully you can bear with me. So this is a presentation I gave about 2 months ago on job search tips and tricks. And reason being is because I had a few people had lost their jobs and started reaching out to me. And I thought, you know what, I'll see if I could try to help people any way humanly possible to help them leverage LinkedIn to find different ways to use the platform to find a job. And so if you have any questions, I got another computer open. Down below is a question box. And if you just type down in this section down here and press enter, you'll be able to ask me a question at any given time here. So we're going to learn a lot today, so I'm going to jump in. It's going to be roughly half an hour, and we'll go from there. So first of all, first thing I always tell people, if you're going to be leveraging LinkedIn to get a job, one of the things you should do is go look at getting a premium account. Now, the nice thing about LinkedIn is that if you haven't had a premium account for 12 months, they will actually allow you to have a 30-day free trial of a business account. So what you need to do is, when you're in LinkedIn, in the upper right-hand corner, there's be a picture of you. And if you don't have your picture in your profile, it'll be just a blank thing here. Just simply hit upgrade. Or if you click on your picture, there's a drop-down menu and it's going to say account. And it'll tell you probably just a free account or whatever it is. Hit manage, and then it'll walk you through the process and get you to a premium account. So there's lots of reasons why you want a premium account, and I'll go into several of them in this webcast today. So once again, the There's a ton that you can do with a premium account when you're on LinkedIn, and you get it free for 30 days. So why wouldn't you give it a shot and try to see if you can leverage it and augment your job finding that's going on. So anyways, the first thing we're going to get into is job search. There's a couple of different ways to look for jobs on LinkedIn. So if you go into the upper part of LinkedIn, when you're LinkedIn in your account, there's a drop-down menu right here. Hit jobs, and then what you do is you can put your search terms in there, or what you can do is also hit advanced over here. When you hit the advanced button, it will bring up certain parameters that you can put in place. So you can look up here, first of all, make sure that you're on jobs and not people. There's keywords. You can search by company, by titles that you're looking for. You can put it by location and even by a postal code. If you want, you can also put over here the city, when it was posted, what kind of functionality, what industry it's in, and what experience level. Now, premium benefit is salary off to the side here. If you have a premium account, sometimes people will actually put the salary levels in there. So you can actually select the different salary levels that you're looking for, and it will bring results back for you. So there's one reason why you want a premium account. Now, when I did this job search on sales, this is a couple months ago, I found 2008 jobs that have sales in it in Calgary, which is pretty significant. Now, the flip side to this, though, is there's going to be retail jobs. There's going to be, there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to filter through to find stuff. But it just shows, there's jobs out there for people to get. The second way, so the first way was obviously it's using the search bar up here, or this advanced search in there. Second way is if you actually click on jobs here, and it'll bring you up to the jobs tab in LinkedIn. And first thing that you can do is you can walk through creating an alert so that people will, so that when jobs come up, it gets sent to your inbox. But when you do that, one of the things, once again, is you could set up a salary range that goes in there. And this is, once again, something that's for premium members. So go back, go up here, go here, get a premium account for 30 days, and just use it to your advantage is the best way to look at it as well. So when you go in jobs, you can set up a bunch of different parameters. I'll show you what you could do. It'll walk you through. So it starts to walk you through. So it says, what are the preferences? And we'll go through each screenshot on this one. First thing it says is, what locations would you like to work in? So you start typing a location in there. Hit next. It will bring you into a screen and it'll say, what kind of company size are you looking for? So you can start throttling this up and down and figure out where you want to be. Hit next. Then what you do is you can go into what industries are you interested in. So there's going to be a few industries that might be of interest to you. So you can go through and click on multiples if you want, and then you hit finish. When you hit finish, what happens is it's set up and it'll show you these results as well. And it's displayed on the right-hand side of your page. It'll just say, this is a saved search result that you have. If you want to change that at any point in time, simply you go back into that search, click on any one of these buttons, and you can change it, or you can click reset to defaults on that stuff as well. So then what happens is when you do this, it will start bringing back job results for you. So when you come back, a day later or something like that, click jobs, it'll start sending these back to you and saying, hey, here's some stuff that might be of interest to you because we found that it's, fits your profile as well. So one of the things, and then you just go and click and see if the job is appropriate for you as well. So then the next thing we're going to take a look at is the actual job listing itself. So if you've gone through and you've clicked up here looking for a job, or in here, and you get these results coming in, then what happens is what you want to do is probably take a look at what's going on. So you could view here, or you can click the actual job title, and it will bring the listing up for you. And one of the other things that you see, so the view will bring up the job. If this is of interest to you, there's a little arrow button here. I don't know if you can see it on my screen, but click Save Job, and it will actually save the job under that jobs page as well, so that you can go back and apply for it later on if you want. Now, when you click on the actual position itself, a whole bunch of information starts to pop up on the position. It's really cool what LinkedIn's done here. to try to help you out with this job listing. So first of all, in the very upper part here, you start to take a look at, when was this job posted? How many people have looked at it? Do you have any connections at IBM, for example, if it's an IBM job that you could connect to and find out more about that job? Or do you want to apply for the job online? Just go to the, apply at the company website. Sometimes they'll apply straight through your LinkedIn profile, which is kind of nice as well. And if you want to save this job to go take a look at it later on, just simply hit save. Nice thing down here starts to tell you a little bit about the job description as well. So now, one of the perks of having a premium account as well is that you get to see, once it hits 10 applicants, you get to see how many people are applying for this job. Not only that, they also rank it based on certain skill sets that you've got listed in your LinkedIn profile. So it's always a benefit to put your skills in LinkedIn. And it starts to say, hey, you're in the top 50% based on these skill sets that they're looking for for this position. Then what happens is it starts to go down here and shows you kind of what level people have. So, in this case, 42% have a bachelor's degree, which is similar to me. Now, all of a sudden, someone's got a VP level or a master's degree, and some other people have another degree. So it might be a doctorate, it might be something like that. So one of the perks of having the premium stuff is the fact that, there is a whole bunch of relevant information that starts to pull into this as well. The other thing too that a premium account has, it starts to show you, what are their hiring trends? What have they done for that specific kind of job function over the last few years? And then also what it does is it starts to show, here are companies that are similar to IBM that IBM's hired from. So you might want to take a look at some of these companies, see if there's positions open in there as well. Now, the other thing that's really cool in the job listing is you get to see who you're connected to at IBM. So you can reach out to these people and see if there's a way to find out who's doing the hiring on this position and try to get an inside track on that. I'll get into this in a couple of minutes in this presentation. One of the other things too that's in that whole job listing page. So when you go into jobs up here on LinkedIn and you've selected the job, it's going to say, hey, there's this many people that are at IBM. Do you want to see anyone that's there? You can click see all, right? And it'll start bringing back the people that are actually in IBM. So, you can search through. Here's what I would do in this case is that I'm looking for a sales position. It looks like they're hiring out in Western Canada. I would kind of go through here and filter through and see, hey, is there anyone in the company that is in a senior role in Western Canada? And, if I'm not connected to him, do I know someone who's connected to him who can make that introduction into this person? Hey, is that you, Mike Smiley, that's on here? Go down below. Lost the audio. What's going on, Mike? Is that you? Mike, is that you?
Am I going to get you on feedback?
Can you get me, is it sounding feedback-ish?
No, not yet. keep this one away from the computer.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for showing up, man. Yeah, it's just me and you, so let's just do it this way, buddy.
Sweet.
Excellent. I didn't publicize it, so that's why there's not a lot of people showed up here today. So,
Okay, no worries.
any of this making sense to you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. So now it can be more personable. You know what I'm going to do is I am going to, well, I'll keep broadcasting on here and we'll just keep going this way. So, hey, look, that's the main thing. Go into the job listings here, and that's where you start finding these people out. So, Mike, here's what I do is if I were looking for a job in a company, I would, and I think you're smart enough, you know this stuff, right? You can go through LinkedIn, and if you see any shared connections, what you do is if you're not connected directly to the person, just use that shared connection and you just reach out to them and say, hey, look, you know what? I see there's a job at your company for this. Any idea who's running this position or going to look after this position? And then just say,
sort of the same as setting up a sales call, right? You just figure out who's in charge of that.
yeah,
Thing
exactly. And then, this one here is just this job page. It's pretty cool. Once you go into it, and this is all sales related right now, just because of the fact that, I'm in sales.
Yeah.
But when you go in and you start looking at the job page and stuff like that, you will, they start poking out like similar jobs for what you're looking for. Right. So what kind of role are you looking for?
I'm looking for like a VP finance or controller role at an energy company or energy services company.
Okay. So let's just run it right now. Can you see my LinkedIn screen?
I'm seeing your presentation.
Okay, hold on. Let's just see, because it runs a couple of seconds late here. So let's go.
I see your mouse moving around.
Hold on. I'm going to pick another screen. You can probably see my ugly mug here in a sec. There we go. I'm going to share this screen with you. Okay, so you should see my LinkedIn screen now.
Do you want me to jump out of the webcast and jump back in?
No, you'll see it. It should. Did it show up?
No, I still hear you talking as part of the presentation.
Okay, hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. Mike, go to join.me. Here, I'll type it in. We're going to do this a different way.
It is.
Where are you? Are you at home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go to join.me, chris.hamilton, and I'll run it this way instead.
Is that a website or?
No, yeah, it's a website, but it's